Alright, so we got us a course, so we want to jazz it up a little bit because it's kind of empty and ugly right now, and what I want to do first is add some images. In order to do that, the first thing you have to do is log in, so I've already logged in as Super Teacher because this is his course, and then I'm going to click on Turn Editing On to add an image. When you hit Turn Editing On, you're going to see wrench icons pop up in different places. We're going to start by just adding something to the class summary, which is what this first wrench is for. As you can see, this class doesn't have any other topics in it, so it looks kind of bare. We'll add more topics to it later. So click on the Edit Summary wrench. If you want to add an image, there's a button for that, and it looks like a little tree. You can see it right here. It says Insert or Edit Image. So I'm going to click on that button, and it's going to bring up this little dialog which asks me to find an image or upload an image. I usually upload the image directly off my computer. When you're uploading them, you want to make sure you're not uploading really large images because the larger images have larger file sizes, which means it takes longer for your users to download that image when they're loading the page. I'm going to go ahead and click Find or Upload an Image, and it's going to bring up what's called the File Picker. The File Picker is already set up to upload a file directly from your computer. So we're just going to hit Choose File, and we're going to go find one. I've got a folder here. I got some different pictures of animals that I'm going to put goats up there first. It's going to tell me I can save it as something else if I'd like to. I think goats is a fine name. I'll leave it that way. If I want it to be the author to be somebody besides me, I could change that name. The license, it's going to default to all rights reserved, but you can see you can set it to public domain or Creative Commons, whatever you'd like. I'm going to upload this file. So now you can see my image. It's pretty large. Where it says image description, I'm going to type in goat. You don't have to fill out the image description, but the way it's used is people with visual impairments have screen reading software, and that screen reading software will read whatever the image description is to that person if they can't see the image as well. If I just insert it this way, you can see how large it's going to be, and in fact if I hit Save Changes and go back to my page, you can see that it's a pretty big picture. In fact, it's too big. It's so big that I have to scroll left and right to see the whole picture. So I need to fix that. Here's how we fix the size of that image. I'm going to hit that wrench button again to go back and edit that. And then I'm going to click on my picture. I'm going to click on that button again that had the tree, that Insert Image or Edit Image button. And I won't have to re-upload it because it's already there. But I can click on the Appearance tab, and I can change the dimensions of this picture. Our Moodle has a center column that can accept about a 350 pixel wide image. So if I go wider than 350 pixels, I run the risk of it getting too large and it's going to have to scroll left and right. So I'm going to change the width from 800 down to 350. And you can see that whenever I go to the next box, it automatically changes the numbers for me. That's what this Constrain Proportions does. The alignment, I can do things like center it or put it in the middle of the box, top, left, bottom, right. I could give it some vertical or horizontal space, kind of like some padding around the image. You can even give it a border, which we'll do in a second, and the style goes right along with the border. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Update. And now you can see my goat image is quite a bit smaller. So I'm going to hit Save Changes and look at it. That's a little better. Now you have to realize that just because it fits in your browser window doesn't mean it's going to fit in everyone's browser window. Right now I'm running in a kind of a wide browser format, so I realize that when some people open this image, it's not going to be the right size for them. So that's why we try and stay with that 350 pixel limit. You can always go smaller. If you go too big, you're going to have those scroll bars, which is kind of hard for some people. Alright, so let's add some more images to this. I'm going to go ahead and hit that wrench button again. And this time I'm going to click on my picture and I'm just going to push the delete button. It's going to delete that image. And I want to add 3 pictures side by side. And I'm going to do it in a container. And that container is just going to be a table. The way we do that is we click on the table button. It says inserts a new table. When you click on the new table button, it asks you how many columns and rows you want. I'm going to put in 4 pictures, and I want each picture to have a place for a caption. So I'll have 2 rows. I'm going to leave the cell padding and cell spacing alone for now. The alignment, you could set it how you want. I'm going to center mine. You could set the width to an absolute value. I'm just going to leave that the way it is for now. Same thing with the height. I'm just going to leave it. If you don't put anything in those boxes, it will automatically choose for you. I'm not going to worry about the class. I'm going to go ahead and hit insert. You can see it insert this tiny little table, but as I start putting pictures in it, it's going to get bigger and bigger. Alright, I'm going to insert an image. Just like before, find or upload an image. And I'm going to choose a file from my computer. And this time I'm going to choose the cheetah. I'm leaving the rest of this the same. Super teacher, all rights reserved. Upload the file. And you can see how it's really way too big. I'm going to go ahead and type in an image description. Cheetah. You could be more descriptive if you'd like. And I'm going to set its dimensions down to something pretty small. I'm going to give it just a width of 100. I'm going to leave the rest of this alone and hit insert. Okay, it's a pretty small picture, but I wanted to put a bunch of pictures in there, so I need the room. Alright, then I'm going to click into the next column over, or I could use my arrow keys to just go over the next column and insert another picture. Alright, so now I've got all 4 of my images inserted into the table, and I'm going to add some text to those images. So I'm going to click into the row underneath the pictures and type a little caption. So I'm going to type cheetah here, and I'm going to center that text. I'm going to call this one goats. Whoops, you can see that I accidentally put the koala and the bat in the same row. So I'm going to have to take that koala and I can just pick him up and drag him and drop him in that next one over. Then I can write koala. I'm going to go ahead and save my changes. And now we've got 4 images with captions underneath them.